Hey friend, this video is for artists who have used other drawing programs that just got started on Procreate on the iPad. And as you know, Procreate's interface is extremely simplified to the point that features may go unnoticed, so I wanted to show every single shortcut I know. If there's only one thing you're looking for, things are timestamped on the description below. With that said, let's jump right into it. On your main menu, click the plus sign on the upper right hand corner for a new canvas. Use 2 fingers to zoom in, zoom out, and rotate. To fit the canvas on screen, pinch quickly and the canvas will quickly fill your screen. To flip your canvas horizontally, select the wrench icon and hover over canvas. The option to flip horizontal is in the menu. To crop or resize your canvas, click the tool icon on the left hand corner, select the canvas tab, and select crop and resize. 2 finger tap to undo, 3 finger tap to redo. Alternatively, the undo and redo arrows are on the left menu. To use the selection tool, click this icon on the top left menu. You will have multiple options on the pop-up menu at the bottom. To resize your selection, select the arrow icon and your options will pop up at the bottom menu. To cut, copy, or paste, use 3 fingers to slide down and a new menu will pop up. You can select a brush of your choice by selecting the brush icon. The slider bar for brush sizes and opacity are on the far left. To save a size or opacity setting, click on the slider and select the plus sign. It will mark your previous setting. If you want to remove the marker, click the marker and select the minus sign. Procreate allows you to upload custom brush sets, even files meant for Photoshop. To upload, click on the brush icon, then select the plus sign on the upper right hand corner. Select import. To organize brush set, hold click and drag to reorder. To rename, fast click and select rename. To select a recently used brush, there is a recent section. You can also pin a brush to stay at the top of the recent section. Swipe on the brush you want to pin and select. This is only in the recents. To share, duplicate, or delete a brush, select a brush and swipe left. Smudge and erase use the same brushes. You can increase the intensity or the size of the smudge or eraser tool by using the left sliders. Your color palette is on the far right corner of your screen. Palette options are as seen below. Your recent colors will show up here. To reposition your color palette, select the gray bar and move it to your desired position. To revert it back to default, press the X sign to close and it will reappear when you select the color menu again. To change back to a previous color, hold the color on the top right hand corner. To eyedrop a color from your canvas, hold the screen and a color wheel will pop up. Move your finger until you select a color. To fill your canvas or line art, simply drag and drop the color. If you want to fill a section on a layer separate from your line art, select your line art layer, quickly tap and select reference from the menu, then create a new layer and fill as desired. To fill multiple areas continuously, a continuous filling option will appear at the top after dragging and dropping your first color. Then tap the remaining areas to fill with color consecutively. To create a custom color palette, select palettes from your color menu. Select the plus sign to create a new palette. You can upload a photo and Procreate will automatically pull colors from the selected image and create a palette. Or you can create a palette from scratch. Select a color and tap to pin it to an empty slot. To delete a color from your palette, simply hold and delete. To have a palette show up on your color menu, select the 3 dots on your chosen palette and set as default. Select the 2 square icon to access your layers menu. Select the plus sign to create a new layer. To make your canvas transparent, deselect the background layer and save it as a PNG file to preserve transparency. To rename your layer, quickly tap the layer and select Rename from the menu. If you want to enter a name faster, use your Apple Pen to write out the letters and Procreate will type it out for you. To change your layer opacity, select the letter next to the check mark. A slider to change opacity will pop up. In addition, you can also change your layer modes from the same menu. To lock transparency, quickly tap the layer and select Alpha Lock. It will confine your coloring to the layer. To use clipping mask, select your layer you want to clip to, then create a new layer. Tap the new layer and select clipping mask. This will confine your coloring area to the layer below. To duplicate your layer, swipe left and select Duplicate. You can move layers around by holding and dragging. To select multiple layers, swipe right to your desired layers. To group layers, a Group Layers option will pop up when you select multiple layers. To merge, tap the top layer and select Merge Down. To quickly merge multiple layers, select multiple layers and pinch to combine. To check the dimensions of your project, select the wrench icon, select the Canvas tab, then select Canvas information. The Dimensions tab will show you the canvas size in pixels, inches, and DPI. To check the maximum amount of layers you can use, go to the Layers tab and it will show you how many layers you've used and how many layers remaining. To show how long you spent on a canvas, on the Statistics menu, you can now see the specifications of your project. That includes numbers of strokes made, time spent, and file size. No need to worry about saving your canvas, as Procreate will automatically save your file with every new changes. To export your file, select the wrench icon, hover over to Share, and file options are as seen below. You can save the file onto your iPad, email it to yourself, or airdrop it to another device. To see the time lapse of your drawing, select the wrench icon, hover over to Video, and you can view the time-lapse replay or export the time-lapse video. You will have an option to save the full length of the time-lapse or a 30-second version. And hopefully that should be all for you to know in order to get started on Procreate. As someone who learned digital painting with Adobe Photoshop on the PC, starting a whole new program can be quite the learning curve, especially going from a dedicated drawing tablet onto an iPad. After using Procreate for a couple of years, the best way to truly get the hang of the iPad is just a lot of practice. Thank you so much for watching. I specialize in creating webtoons, drawing challenges, painting, and filling out sketchbooks, so if that is your thing, please feel free to subscribe. Hope to see you in the next one, and wishing you all an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye!